one of the real plus points for the course at the very beginning was this ability to get away from the office and meet with a new circle of people, because it's very easy when you're sort of running your organization and trying to grow and develop that you get caught up in operations, managing and dealing with what is rather than what can be. And I thought, well, I need to spend time away from the office. So I need something which forces me to stop, go somewhere else, and actually work with people I don't work with at the moment. Because often just listening and engaging and hearing from different people, you get different perspectives, and also you realize what you maybe achieved yourself, but also what you already know. But sometimes it gets squashed out because you're so focused on what is currently happening. And I think that's the bit which about that capacity, isn't it? Finding people who can help you free up your own space. So that's why I wanted to come on the events, which were going to be based in Glasgow. We had one of them, which was great. You can get a train in, which is really lovely, have a coffee, wander into, I think it was the Willow place on, I can't remember the name of the street in Glasgow. So it was a great day. And when it switched over to this online, I was like, oh, right, okay, do I have the time for this? And it felt a bit, I don't know if I can commit to this every week now with COVID kicking around. But actually, it's been one of the best things throughout the whole COVID situation about having that protected space every Thursday morning at 10:30. And we all meet together, and you sort of get to know this group of people who some I've never met physically, but we meet every week. And as well as there's this sort of space to connect up and reassure and offer support, it just feels like a little, I don't know, an oasis where you just switch off from all the challenges that you're facing every day. People telling you what you can't do, what you should be doing, and what the risks are. And because obviously we're trying to deal with COVID in a care setting, there's often about preventing you doing things. And here you've got this space once a week, where it's actually enabling you to think about what you can do and taking some risks. And I think Rachel said that earlier on, that sort of safe space. So there has been a lot of opening up and sharing, positives, not so positives. And I think it's also allowed you to sort of reflect on yourself and think, well, you know, we can be quite apologetic in our purpose-driven sector.
Things that's important as we're going through the next phase of recovery is to surround yourself with trusted peer groups and professionals that can help. So we've got a mixture of really solid, good legal advice, good finance advice, people that can really understand your business and help you get through that. And having a concentrated hour with an expert when you know exactly the questions you need to ask, when and why, is hugely beneficial. And so what we've tried to do is handpick people, and that pool will be growing because lots of different people need lots of different types of input at different times. Have that trusted network of professionals that can be brought in at exactly the right time. What has tended to happen in a general sense with other support is that you ask the question, you get the answer to the question you ask. Now, that seems a fairly obvious thing, right? I always challenge that with, are you asking the right question though? And are we kind of putting the group around you that can help challenge some of that? So it's about challenging the why and helping with the how. So for example, I get lots of calls on a daily basis, people saying, I really need to change my website. Can you help me change my website? And actually what they really need to do is understand their customer better. So it's kind of coming at that where people come and say, I really need to check my IP. Well, actually, what you need to do is have a lawyer to understand what it is you've got in the first place. So putting that SWAT team together, and this is where it's a really impactful program, is because it will be slightly different for every organisation that joins us. There'll be a slightly different pool of people that you can call on at any stage of that journey to understand what it is the needs. And it might be that some people need more technical support, so they need more legal advice, need more financial support, and actually the fortnightly sessions with myself around leadership and around execution of that are more than enough. Or it might be that people need more support around coaching, strategy, well-being within the workplace, cultural changes within the workplace, whatever it needs to do. we can accommodate. And I think that's where this programme, especially around recovery, is structured but fluid and pretty impactful, because you should always get, and I hope that Jason and Leslie felt like this throughout the programme that they've taken part in, you should always get the support you need at the right time. This is about us reacting to the needs of the businesses in front of us. This isn't about me saying, week 1, we will do this. Week 2, we will do that. The structure is there, but there's a fluidity and a listening that goes on that enables the right type of structure to happen, the right type of intervention to happen at the right time. And the reason that we do it that way is to propel success. If we're talking about growing and we're talking about recovering and we're talking about impact, then we need to propel success. So the expertise has to be the right expertise at the right time. That's why we've handpicked people, and that's why it's important that people know what questions to ask.
I learned a tremendous amount from there. We were, again, going through a massive growth in business, trying to do everything, trying to do the why, how and what, and try to be everybody's bit, and you're just doing everything, and you do get to the point where you just think to yourself, I don't even want to do this anymore. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Nobody appreciates me. Start the dummy. And then when you go on these courses and you realise, everybody's under pressure, and it's how you deal with it, and how you can deal with it is looking at the people who are with you, the team you've built up. I've been in childcare for an awful long time. We started delivering childcare as a social enterprise back in 2010, so kind of old hat at it now, but the why never ever left. Increasing the social skills of children and their well-being in an area where they feel safe, healthy, achieving, responsible and included was just such a passion in me that sometimes I did forget, that maybe I'm not bringing everybody else with me on this. I'm leading this on my own. And I think what happened with the Ambitions programme was I realised that I couldn't do it on my own, and I shouldn't do it on my own, that I did need these people, and I had trained these people, so these people knew, these people had my back. I used them. They had my back 110%. Do you know what I mean? They were like right there, and they're still here.
Yeah, I mean, on many, many levels, it's great. And the fact I'm even on this today is because I think it's been, a tremendous sort of encouragement, and also insightful into actually what we have achieved, but actually what can be done if we work together. So that's where I'm at the moment.
But I am the leader of the organisation. I'm no longer the manager of the organisation. So yeah, and when COVID struck, everybody down tools and went, where do we go? And I said, right, well, I lead. This is what I do. This is where I am. This is what we do. Don't have a contingency for it. Don't really know what to do, but you know what? I'll find a way of doing it. And overnight, we struck up a partnership deal with Renfrewshire Council, and the money was in the bank, and we then just provided critical childcare to 20 children every day. And the partnership that we now have with Renfrewshire Council, and that just, and something that it took the Bolshie leader probably as well, just to pick that phone up to people and say, this is what I do. I can help you. All I need is your nod. And I never even went to Renfrewshire Council for money. I just went because I needed their okay to open up. I just let me open up, let me do what we do. I had people willing to pay for my services, but they didn't want it free. I just needed their backing, and Stephen was like to me, what do you mean, what you can do? What? Right, wait, hold on, this, no, I need you. And I'm like, right, okay. And he says, how much is it going to cost me? And I'm like, you're on the phone, you're like, oh, no, don't. And I'm like, it'll cost you X. And he went, for what? I went, why? And he went, deal. So within minutes, that it's that leadership, it's that being able to drive that forward. It's not being, oh no, what do I do now? It's what can I do? And the why, and going back to your values, going back to, and there was uncertainty, and there was a bit about care and taking care of yourself, but there was also that we're adaptable. We can do this. This is our why. we make a difference to the social health and well-being of the children. So, right, what can we do? We can't do it virtually. We can't look after children virtually. That's not an option for us. We have to have children in our environment. How do I make my environment safe? And basically, I just looked at how I would feel safe with my children being in the environment, and that's exactly what we've done.